YouTube, what's going on today, everybody? Back here with another video, and Undisputed has dropped, or I'm not dropped, but updated their system requirements, and it's an exciting time because people now know what they'll need to pay to get into early access. So, without further ado, I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's go check out the updated system requirements. We got Steam up here. Got my wish list up and Undisputed. And the first thing I see is esbc. This game's never dropping. I don't understand why you make a name change, but you can't. Let me stop. It's crazy. Hell's Court is similar to this game. Look at that guy. That guy's a GOAT right there. But coming down to the system requirements. So for the minimum, this is the least. It's the weakest parts you need to get into early access. Windows 8 or higher, let's be honest, we're not, like, if you're making a brand new system, we're not putting Windows 8 in our PCs anymore, fellas. Let's be so Windows 10, 8400 i5, that chip, since it's an 8th gen chip, that's at least like almost 5 years old, maybe 6 years old. That's an old processor that I don't think you'll be able to find new. That's crazy. But it shows how weak, your parts could be, right? So, okay. 8 gigabytes of RAM. I'm not gonna lie to you. Chrome eats 8 gigabytes of RAM up. I'll never put 8 gigabytes of RAM in a build ever again. Trust me, I've had 8 gigabytes of RAM. So, no. Some unoptimized bad game, well, not bad, but unoptimized game is just gonna chew that up. No, not saying Undisputed will be unoptimized, but it is a possibility. So I wouldn't do that. 16 gigabytes, give yourself some headroom. GeForce 1060. I don't know. That thing may be overpriced. That's the thing, right? These parts, we probably won't be able to find them new, or they're going to be like overpriced. I don't know why the PC market is like that. It's either used at a good price or new at a ridiculous price. But we're moving on. Recommended Windows 10 10400 CPU, so that's a 10th gen. So that I want to say this is the equivalent. I don't know if I got the AMD 3600 or 3600X, but I got him one of those, and I know for sure. So he'll either have the equivalent or have something better. I just don't know the exact CPU. So he's good on that end. I gave him 16 gigabytes of RAM at 32 megahertz. He's good. His GPU is better, the 5600. I want to 5600 regular. I think I gave him the regular 5600. He's got a better GPU than this 8 gig. Dot, if you're watching, you're good. You'll be able to play the game, no problem. So, additional notes as game progresses, specs are likely to change. Please check back regularly. Why they put that there to scare people? But we're going to. I don't know if we'll be able to build a minimum spec PC because, as I said, those parts will be hard to find new at a good price. So we may go for the recommended, but once I return back, you'll see what we have built. All right, so we're back, and as I said, yeah, the 8400 processor, too damn old. It's going for like $200 from where we were able to actually see it in stock new. And the 1060, I want to say it was, that was upwards of like 300, even like $400, and we're not gonna pay that much for something that's not, it's not it. So I went ahead and went with I think it's recommended. Yeah, the recommended specs that were on the page. So 10400 10th gen Intel i5, $145, $156 really. So that was good. With the processor, you do need a cooler since Intel doesn't include those in their i5s, I'm pretty sure. Motherboard's the brains of the operation. The RAM, would prefer probably like 3200 as far as the speed go, but I mean 3000, you're good, so you're good on that end. 16 gigabytes. We went with a solid state drive for your main drive. $29 for what, like 512 gigabytes of storage. That's a steal. I think I put that in Dot's build. That's just a good price. Not the fastest SSD in the world, but definitely faster than most hard drives that you would get at that price. 1660 for 189, still, reasonably priced. Then I kind of just picked a tower. I don't know how the actual like airflow is on this case, but it was one of the like cheaper ones that didn't look terrible. Because some of them just look like straight office cases, and I know no airflow going through those. And to power it all off, a 430 watt power supply, and the estimated wattage up here is around 280, so that'd be more than enough. If you have any plans of upgrading, maybe pay like an extra $10 and get a 500 watt. But all in all, 500, around 580 before taxes, and around maybe 600, 610, around there. 610 bucks will get you into early access. But again, you would have to build this PC yourself. There's not going to be any pre-built company that's going to be building you this price, PC for this price. They're not going to do it. I guess just the margin for profit isn't going to be that big. So this is something you will have to build. Also, another reliable thing is the Shadow PC. Once esbc drops, I'm going to do a test and actually run it on like it's a pretty good laptop. It's a 2-in-1 laptop. It's mainly just for business and other things like that, not for gaming at all. But I'll run the Shadow PC on that laptop for y'all, so y'all can actually see me use it without spending your money, and see how well it works. The Shadow PC, I don't know the exact specs or anything on it anymore, but when I was around, it was like a 2080. Actually, I'm sorry, 1080. It was beefy, so it's going to be, and that was years ago. So it's definitely going to be the recommended specs from esbc. So that is another path you guys can go. I'm always an advocate for investing in a PC, but yeah, this is how much you're going to need to get in. If you have any questions about building a PC or anything like that, I'll definitely, I can help. I've had like 3 people over the weekend, which is crazy, hit me up, and like their pre-builts that they're looking at have 3070s, 3080s, 4090s, right? So, and those are, costing over a rack. So if you're willing to build, you can definitely save some money here. You'll be able to save money if you're building your own PC at whatever specs. But enough rambling from me, man. Like I said, hit me up on my socials if you got any questions. I'll definitely answer and guide you in the right direction. But I'm out. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.